welcome to RPM, Rock and Pop Mandolin, your site, your destination for learning classic rock and pop songs on this wonderful little 8-stringed instrument. My name is Mike DeJong, and today we're going back to a classic hit from the 1980s and a band called the Traveling Wilburys. Actually kind of a fictional band. Really, it was a bunch of superstar musicians who got together to do kind of a fun project, fine acoustic project, and a fun acoustic project. And this song, called Handle with Care, was one of the songs that came from their first record. It was a really fun song, and again, because it was an acoustic track, it's really fun for you to play on the mandolin. So I will show you the chords and the various progressions here in this tutorial. I'll also show you a version of the guitar solo, which I believe was played by George Harrison. It's a nice little slide guitar solo, comes near the end of the song. I will show you that, how to do that on the mandolin. But first, before we get to that lesson, if you're new here, thanks very much for checking us out. But please don't forget to hit that little red subscriber button on your way out. Also, maybe you want to leave us a like if you like this video. It really helps out this channel. And if you are a returning visitor, likewise, please hit that like button down there below because, again, it helps us to continue to grow and produce videos like this one for you. Also, perhaps check out our Patreon page where we're offering some really new and keen things over there, like monthly live mandolin jam sessions and one-on-one lessons and so on. That's our Patreon page down below. Now, without further waiting, without further ado, let's take a look at this song by the Traveling Wilburys called Handle with Care for mandolin here on RPM. Okay, mandolin version of Handle with Care. Let's take a look at the chords here. First, we have this little progression. It goes... All right, so what is that? Well, it's played over a D to G progression, and it starts off with this voicing that I'm using here on the mandolin. I'm fretting the D chord here for this lick. All right, so that's the 7th fret of the G string, the 4th fret of the D string, and 5th fret of the A. Okay, so that's a D chord. And I'm moving that down like in this pattern on the G string. So from here to 7, to 5, 4, to open for the first part of this lick. All right, so let's do it slowly. Okay, so we're going, right? So I'm going 2, 2, 1, 2. And I'm kind of hitting those two notes there in this chord. So first I start off with a couple on the root note here, the D, like that. You see what I did there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Okay, again, you're starting 2 notes there on that root and 2 notes there on the C. Okay, as you move down this pattern. And so it goes... All right, so D chord, C chord. Now I'm doing sort of a B chord. I guess it's a B minor chord because you're hitting that B note here and then you're hitting the D open, and that makes it a B minor chord voicing, or B and D. All right, so you see how I'm just holding that one note down here at the 4th fret of the G and hitting that open D string there. So and then you just go down to that open G string like that. So one more time, D, C, B minor, okay, B minor. Then you're going to repeat that pattern, but first you want to do a little pickup lick, like that goes... You see? So you're going... And it's just a walk up from this 2nd fret here, which is an A note, so A, B, C, D. All right, A is the 2nd fret, then 4th fret, 5th fret, 7th again. So, and you're going like that. So, you see how I'm doing that? So that pattern repeats twice, and then it goes into... It goes to the C chord instead of going up to the D on the third time through that pattern. So I'll show you that again from the beginning. This time the walk-up is from the G, the open G. So open, second, fourth, fifth. From that C chord, you're going C, B minor, E minor now. That E minor chord is the next chord here, and that is the second fret of the D string, second fret of the A, an open G. Okay, so this part, you stay on that C a couple times. Like that. From the B minor to the E minor. Okay, so one more time through the verse patterns. It goes D, C, B minor, C, B minor, E minor. And those final chords are just C, D, G. Okay, so C, D, and back into. And that is the progression for the verses. So the last part of the verses actually doesn't do this. It sticks on the C for a bit. Just goes to the D. So off of this C part again. Like that, okay? So that's how they end the verses, leading into, I guess, what would be like a little pre-chorus. Okay, and now you're onto a pre-chorus, which is just 3 chords, G, C, and D, and it goes. So that's just up and down strokes. G chord, C, D, G, C. Now the last time they do a G, B minor, C. They add a little B minor in there again. So you can do this. Like that, okay? So G, like that. Okay, and then once you move off of that, you're now into the everybody needs somebody to dream on. Put your body next to mine. Right, so what is that? Well, that's just that's on the C chord now, and you can play it. And this part is played a little more staccato, so maybe with a little more palm muting on the right hand. Again, palm muting is when you put your palm down here on the bridge of your mandolin and you just go, instead of that full open chord, you're just. Like that. So that's just your C chord to a G chord. To a C chord, to a D. And I throw in that little D lick there. You don't have to do that. That's just that D chord with your pinky on the 3rd fret there of the E. Okay, so one more time. Everybody wants somebody to lean, right? Lean on, put your body next to mine and dream. And then you're back into. You're back into that part again. Okay, and the final little bit that you might want to learn for this song is a cool little guitar solo that George Harrison plays with a slide right near the end of the song. And this goes over that main. It goes over that pattern, right? So you're playing this over that pattern. It goes. Right? So what is that little solo? Well, that starts off here. So you're starting off here on the D note, which is the 5th fret of your A string, right? So then you're just doing a little pattern walk down to the 5th fret of the D string, the G note, okay? So you're going D, 5th fret, 3rd, 2nd, 5th, like that. So, okay, that's the first part of the solo. Then the next part goes, it's really cool, little jump up there. So 2nd fret of the A, 3rd fret of the A, and 2nd fret of the E. Right? So again, from the beginning of the solo. Okay, so the next part is just, so on the E string, E open, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, and now 2nd fret of the A. So again, from the beginning of the solo. You see that? And now, so the next part goes a little bit of a stretch there. Open A, and then 3rd fret of the A, which is a C note, and then 7th fret of the A, which is an E note, okay? So you go, and you stick on that E note for a little bit and try to do a little bit of vibrato there with your 3rd finger. And then you climb up to those 2 notes there again on the E string, 2nd fret and 3rd. So, and then a cool little arpeggiated run here that goes. All right, so what's that? Well, from that E, from that note, so you're going down from that high G note there, 3rd fret of the E, you're just walking down in kind of a G pattern here. So you're going 2nd, 3rd fret, and then 5, 2, 5, 2, like that. So once again, okay, so 5, 2, 5, 2. All right, and then the end of the solo is just, it's just here, 3rd fret of the A string, which is a C note, 3rd, 2nd, 5th note, ending on a G note. So one more time, that entire guitar solo goes. And you might want to even slide that last little bit in. Something like that. Because George Harrison uses a slide on his guitar solo in this song. So, and you want to really put some vibrato onto that last note too, as well, with your finger. Just move it up and down and hold that note. Okay, one more time. And again, that is the guitar solo for this song. Okay, that is Handled with Care by the Traveling Wilburys. I hope you enjoyed that lesson. It's a really fun song to play. Great song to jam along with if you have some buddies or friends that can play acoustic guitar with you or some other instrument. It's a lot of fun to play, even with a full band. Thanks very much for tuning into this tutorial once again. Don't forget, if you're new, please hit that little subscriber button and perhaps leave us a like down below. Also, if you are a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back, and please also leave us a like if you can, and check out our Patreon link down below. Thanks everybody for watching RPM. My name is Mike DeJong. We'll see you in the next video.